Hi, this is Zubin Vevaina from A to Z Graphology and welcome to this video. In this one, I am going to explain to you the unique feature of the capital letter I and how it is able to serve two purposes in one structure. The capital letter I in English represents two functions, that is the capital I for a word of a proper noun like India and capital I for me as a person, I. The first letter I is for me and the second letter I is for a normal word structure. So our earlier concept of chakra system and its properties will be directly matching to this letter I as an explanation of the thought level violet chakra and the instinctive level red chakra being expressed. But in the example of letter E which we saw, from the lines were going only outside from this point. But in the letter I, there's a past or a left side starting point. It's not starting from here. It's starting all the way from here. That means now the nature of my mentality, the nature of my thought process is also considering the past. So from the past to the future, my mentality and my thought process is going on. Whereas from the lower side also, I am considering my past and my future instinctive gut feelings. Now this is about the capital letter I. Of course, if you consider the capital letter I along with the explanation of the risks and the safety strokes which I explained in letter H, you will come to know the letter I also has risk and safety combination strokes. Now that you've understood what this letter I means, now let's go to the personal pronoun I. The personal pronoun I represents me as a person, and me as a person has come from two people, my father and my mother. This shows that I am able to somehow get their influence when I take a personal starting point enthusiastic energy in my life. Their influence does affect how I perform in my initiating activities. For example, if I want to know what the father effect has happened on my mind, how the male masculine effect has happened, I need to go to the top crossbar which is at the mental violet level. So this is about my father. The root level of my instinctive feeling is from my mother. When a child is conceived, the woman is giving birth to the child in the lower part of her body, whereas the father or the going to be father is giving birth to the child at a mental level. This is the difference between the way a father and the mother is connected to the child. When a father is wanting to invite the child onto the earth, the mentality is being checked. Whereas when the mother is inviting the child onto the earth, the lower part, the lower chakra of the body gets activated. That is why the lower part, the lower crossbar represents the influence of your mother on you. Whereas the father is showing on the top crossbar as the influencer. The properties of the letter I, whether it is the personal pronoun I or the capital of a word, can sometimes merge and represent the same thing no matter what their purpose is. If that is the case, that means the person's mindset is consistent no matter what it is representing. If there's a difference in the capital I's, let's say for example there are 10 personal pronoun I's written in the sample and there are around 6 to 7 capital I's written as a word. And if you see a remarked difference between these structures and these structures, you can see a clear influence of the personal pronoun I being different from the normal standard I. So keep a lookout for these clues and you will get a very interesting analysis when you start to express what you see. What would happen if the person has a capital I like this? Now we are talking about this capital I could be this one or this one. This capital I shows that I am fine and I am able to communicate well with my mother. But there seems to be a difference of opinion with the father. Or my gut or instinctive feeling is in tune with my starting energies. But from the mentality, my crossbar has dropped down to the indigo or the blue chakra. That means instead of thinking, I am in an urgency to just say what I feel. What if the person has got a loop in the eye? You can pause the video right now, try to think about what does I mean and then continue playing the video. This letter I is showing that I have a thought process and I am using the future creativity to connect to the instinctive past thoughts and then moving forward. There is no segmentation here. I am not lifting up the pen, but this is coming at the cost of creativity at the capital letter I. Here in this I am just doing two lines going to the right and a single horizontal line, whereas this one is showing that I am wanting to add creativity in my future thought process and add on the creativity of my past instinctive feelings. If this was used with the personal pronoun I, that means what I learned from my father was to be creative and thoughtful about the future and be instinctively creative from my mother's point of view. Now, whether this is good or bad depends on the situation. Let's take for example, if you want to start a college admission, and while you're taking a college admission, before going to that place, this is the I letter structure that you got. What do you think has been the influence of your mother and your father? The influence could be that my father was telling me to be creative for the future aspects of that experience, and my mother is asking me to be careful based on her past experiences. If you analyze the capital letter I, personal pronoun, whenever you're going for an important event, you're starting something new, or you're initiating, there's an enthusiasm to do something in the starting phase of a new project, a new responsibility, your capital I, the personal pronoun I, will show you the state of your mind and the influence that has happened from your parents. If in case you have been in a situation that has not allowed you to have a consistent mother and father relationship, then we don't need to worry about where the father and mother energies will come. Nature has a way out. Father actually represents male energy and the female mother is representing feminine energies. So if you don't have a father or a mother, you could have an elder brother, an uncle, or an aunt, or an elder sister, anybody who's influencing enough. Their gender can also have the similar effect of either the mother or either the father or the mother. Alright? So it's the way we are trying to explain this topic is directly going to reflect on their influence on you in the personal pronoun I, and in the standard I it represents the way your instinct and your gut feelings is going to be represented. So go ahead and try to calculate the different formations of letter I with respect with the purpose of the letter I, whether it's a personal pronoun I or just a standard capital I. Connect with me with the combinations, and if you get confused, I'm ready to answer to all your doubts. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.